Hello! Join me today, just a quick video, just showing how I prep this big bag of rice for long-term storage. Now, emergency preparedness is not all about bugging out knives and crossbows and tactical gear. It's also about having a long-term plan, long-term food storage options at home. Now, part of this is prepping your food for long-term storage. Now, later in the video, I'll give you a link to a previous video I made where I made a video with my top food items for long-term storage. But today, since it's raining, first rain we've had up here for about 3 months, I thought I'd take this opportunity to prep some food items for long-term storage. Right, so I've got my Mylar bags ready, I've got my oxygen absorbers ready, and I got my vacuum sealer ready. So my first job is to get my Mylar bags. These are roughly 20 centimeters by 15, so that's roughly 300 cubic centimeters. So I'll be using 300 cc oxygen absorbers, cc meaning cubic centimeters. So one of them is ideal for one of these size bags. Now these bags will roughly hold about 500 grams of rice, which for us will probably do a couple of meals. So the first job is to weigh out enough rice for each individual bag. So for that I'm going to use one jar first, scoop the rice out. If you're prepping rice or pasta, make sure all your implements are bone dry. Okay? Don't want any moisture in the rice whatsoever. So I'll scoop the rice out of that one jug. This is on the scales, pour into there, and then once I've got the right measurement, I'll pour that into the bag. So what I'll do first is get X amount of bags ready without putting the oxygen absorbers in. Then once I've got enough, then I'll open up the oxygen absorbers, drop them all in the bags, and then seal them all up. Yeah, so the idea then is to expose the oxygen absorber to the least amount of air as possible. Right, let's get to it. Right, let's open up that bag of rice. Perfect for the job. Look at all that in there. Right, so that's the bag empty, 20 kilograms. So I'll do me about 70 to 80 meals. So I did use some bigger bags as well. So I got a kilogram in rice in about 10 or 12 of these bags as well. Because they're double the size, I put obviously 2 oxygen absorbers in them. Speaking of which, that's my next job now, is to drop all the oxygen absorbers in and seal it up. And then I'll show you how I store them after that. Now I know I'm using the Food Saver vacuum sealer, but you don't have to use one of them on the Mylar bags. You could just use an iron or a hair straighteners, anything like that really, just to melt the ends. Now I'm not going to suck all the air out of these bags with the vacuum sealer. I'm just going to seal them. Because these bags are so well packed with the rice, there's not a lot of air in it anyway, so and whatever air is in it, the oxygen absorbers will take care of that. So yeah, let's crack on with it. Right, so we take the bag, oxygen absorber in, try and bury it in with the rice. In she goes. Now I always go through the process twice just to make sure it is sealed. There we have it. Right, so there's the first couple of bags done. I'll do all these, then I'll show you what I do with the bags in after. And just remember, keep posted, because there's a link to a video later showing my top 10 best food items to store long term. So I'll crack on with this and I'll see you in a minute. Right, so there we have it, all bagged up. Now I'm just going to label these up, just write the date and the weight of the bag, obviously what's in it. Now what do I do with the bags? I store them in these food grade barrels, but you could use storage boxes as well. Now you could store the rice in the barrel loose, or any food grade bucket loose, as long as it's got a sealed lid. And what I suggest then is put a little bit of rice, some bay leaves, oxygen absorber, rice, and just layer it up. I like to put it in the bags, just because if the bucket or the barrel is compromised in any way, you know, mice get in or whatever, you haven't lost the whole barrel of rice, you might just lose a couple of bags. Now I hear you saying, what's this about bay leaf? Well, I'll put a few bay leaves now at the bottom of the barrel, and then in amongst the bags, just, I know, half a dozen bay leaves, because the mice and the vermin, they don't like the smell of the bay leaves, apparently. So it's just an added protection. So yeah. So let's put these in the barrel. Here we are, guys. I've taken 20 kilos of rice, split it down into the bags, mylar bags, oxo absorbers. I've got them in here now for long-term storage. Now white rice stored that way will last indefinitely. I'll do the same like pasta, which will be exactly the same. For powdered items such as flour, milk powder, I use the food saver bags. I don't need the mylar bags for that, but I'll vacuum seal them. It's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. That's what I would say. Now, stored like that, like I say, it will last indefinitely. Now if you want to check out another video I made where I give my top 10 foods for storing long term, check this video out. So I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. All the best. See you again.